I've been asked this question recently. Dr. Sanjay, how do you manage to sell more insurance in quarter three and quarter four? This year has been extremely challenging for me. Can you tell me what I should be looking out for? Do you know that quarter four is actually the most important period for advisors to push their sales? Guys, a successful advisor needs to be ultra focused on their goals and have clarity on how their actions will affect their sales. And in this video, I want to share with you what happens in quarter three and quarter four of the year. And hopefully by the end of this video, you will know how your sales strategies should adapt according to the different time periods of the year. Now, before we move on, I just want to give you a quick introduction of myself. My name is Dr. Sanjay Tolani, and I'm also the family leader of Sanjay Mentoring Family, which helps financial advisors like yourself to become successful financial planners. Having been in the industry for 18 years, I have a unique view of what works and what doesn't in the financial planning world. And it is my hope that I can pass this experience to new generation of future financial advisors, so that they don't have to go through the same struggles as I have. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for notifications to get the latest video updates so I can share more tips and strategies with you to increase your overall sales. Now, let's get started talking about quarter three, which is from July to September. You understand that the purpose of quarter three is to set the momentum for your final sprint, which is the last quarter of the year. Quarter three is also what I call the brick laying process, where you actually set up how you will build your quarter four. So the question is, what should I be doing in quarter three? During this period, you should spend time value adding your clients and meeting new people. Basically, you should be spending time warming up your prospects for quarter four. There are two things I particularly focus on in quarter three. Number one, I spend time asking for recommendations from my existing clients. Once I receive a recommendation, I will actively follow up and know more about how I can add value to these potential prospects. Here are a few things I would like you to find out whenever I meet a new prospect. I like to find out what are they doing, what's happening in their life, where I can get involved with them, what is the value add that I give to other families, and I use a lot of case studies to try and connect with them and find a common ground for us to have a continuous conversation on. Number two, I will spend more time on potential medical cases. You will realize that during this period, underwriters are actually more willing to negotiate to the premiums. This is also the best period for you to service a richer client who is of a senior age and has health or medical issues. This is when you spend time doing their underwriting, clearing up their reports, the financial underwriting, making sure that your underwriter has all the information that they are able to make a judgment call on what they will price this particular case. Remember, during quarter three, you're expected to close roughly 20% of your yearly target. The reason why it's lesser is because quarter three usually has lesser promotions and the urgency for your potential prospects to take action. However, this is the best time to build relationships and plant the seeds for quarter four. Now, let's talk about quarter four, which starts from October to December. Now, what is the purpose of quarter four? It's simple. Quarter four is your final sprint, where you're supposed to push as many sales as you can. Don't worry if you're off your target currently. I remember some of the attendees of Final Sprint 2019 last year, they managed to close 200% of the yearly target just in quarter four alone. So remember, quarter four is when miracles happen if you have the right strategies. Quarter four is also the period where there are many special offers given by insurance companies to help you push your sales forward. These special offers attract clients and help them in persuading to closing a decision, right? So what should you be aware of in quarter four? Number one, avoid working on cases with high medical requirements. Your client, underwriter, or reinsurer might postpone that case. Number two, be strategic and focus on cases that can be approved. Number three, spend time calling every single client for a policy review, reviewing it if their financial needs have any changes. So then the question is, what should you focus on in Q4? During Q4, I'd like you to focus on annuities and non-medical products. If there are special offers, I would use that as a conversation opener or an urgency close. The type of clients that you spend time on are actually all your small clients. These are your clients who are in your non-medical category or for annuities. The reason is because it is very difficult to get cases underwritten in Q4 because every advisor is trying to hit their targets and the underwriter is under immense pressure. Q4 is also the period where many of the prospects and clients spend time relooking and replanning their finances. Clients usually have more time to meet or talk because many holidays are also available in Q4. I remember there was once in Q4 where I managed to close 12 cases in a single day because a potential prospect of mine was trying to relook at the coverage for their whole family. So here are a few suggestions for doing well in Q4. Number one, know what is your best winning product. Number two, have sufficient clients to meet on a daily basis. Meet at least 4 clients. Number three, craft a good reason for a prospect to say yes to listening to you. Number four, focus on looking at your existing clients and find out if their income or financial needs have changed in the last 1 year. Don't focus on pushing products to them, but focus on seeing how you as an advisor can add value to them and provide them genuinely good advice. Remember this, guys, by failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. So spend some time in the next few days planning on what you should exactly do in Q4 this year. I hope the above summary on Q3 and Q4 would help you gain more clarity on what you should do as an advisor during Q3 and Q4. If the last few months have not been working for you, what you probably need now is clarity and a step-by-step final sprint strategy for Q4 in 2020. I understand that 2020 Q4 will be a very challenging time for some of us. Well, there are a couple of reasons. Number one is we are forced to adapt to selling over the phone and video calls. Number two, there is a huge uncertainty in the economy and clients are worried about investing their money. Number three, many of the relationships that we have spent the whole of 2020 building is just not turning into a consistent income for us. In fact, strategies that have worked for you previously might not be effective this year. This is also why in the last few months, I've been very busy trying to change and test my strategies to adapt to the new norm, as they call it, for 2020. And I'm happy to announce this, that I found some workable strategies which I'll be sharing with the family in the upcoming final sprint. These are tested and proven strategies which have worked well for me and mentees of mine in my inner circle. You also realize that this year, Final Sprint 2020 will be a 2-day event on 15th and 16th of October because I realized I needed more time to share this year's Final Sprint strategies with everyone. What used to work for me well in 2019 is no longer as effective this year. When I try to use these strategies over the phone and video calls, there are quite a few changes. This is why in Final Sprint 2020, you'll be learning new presentation and closing techniques that I've been testing out for this year. So if you have time, I'd love to see you at the Final Sprint 2020. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and let me know in the comment section I like it, so I'll be motivated to create more awesome content for you. What if you could hit 50% of your targets in the last 80 days of 2020? Just by executing a 80-day action plan that I've prepared for you. Now, good news, guys. Final Sprint 2020 is finally here. Final Sprint 2020 is a 2-day online seminar that will be held on 15th and 16th of October to show you how to hit 50% of your target in the last 80 days of 2020. Due to the recent pandemic, many of us are actually way off our sales target, and what even makes this year worse is that Q4 strategies that actually worked in 2019 might not even be effective this year. I have been receiving many worried messages from advisors telling me that they are lost and have not been closing relationships they've been building in 2020 into profit consistently. This is why I decided to organize Final Sprint 2020 to show you my new set of financial strategies I've designed for Q4 2020. Here's what you can expect in the 2-day seminar. In the first day of Final Sprint 2020, we will be re-looking at your sales foundation and strategies. We will kickstart day 1 learning about the 2020 new Q4 sales secrets. I will reveal my personal new prospecting, presentation, objection, closing, and upselling strategies that you specifically can apply for the last quarter of 2020 only. I will run through 12 final sprint shortcuts that have contributed to my 100 MDRT achievement in 2019. These are 12 tested and proven sales strategies that I've applied in 2020, and you can copy and paste to see immediate sales results. Finally, we will end off day one with 3 policy review strategies to help you get more sales from your existing clients. The second day of the final sprint 2020 will even be more exciting as we will unravel more practical strategies in our industry. We will start off the day by listening to the final sprint strategies of top advisors in the mentoring family. These are real life strategies that ordinary advisors are executing to achieve extraordinary results. These advisors will show you how they 2x to 5x their results from the previous years. Seeing is believing. I'll also be showing you case studies of how some advisors actually hit 50% of their goals in the last quarter, and hopefully you can apply these strategies in your Q4 as well. We will finally end off our final sprint 2020 session with an 80-day action plan. I will hold you by the hand and show you exactly what to do step by step in the last 80 days of 2020. Remember, if you don't hit your sales target this year, not only will you be playing catch up while everyone else celebrates, you will end up struggling even more at the start of next year. It took me 18 years to refine my Q4 strategies, and I don't want you to go through the same struggles and mistakes that I have experienced. Let me show you how you can leverage on my experience and strategy to hit your sales targets and improve your income in 2020. For the new advisor, you will walk out of the 2-day seminar gaining clarity and a step-by-step plan on what to do for Q4. For experienced advisors, you will explore a whole new set of strategies that could exponentially improve your sales results. You will understand what are those small changes you have to refine in your current strategies for you to see exponential breakthroughs and results. Remember, Final Sprint 2020 is here to help you regain your confidence for Q4 and improve your income. This session will be broadcasted live and will not be recorded because secrets are only revealed once. Now, we all know almost all the sessions are selling out instantly, so please grab your tickets early as we have limited seats. If you're ready to give yourself an unfair advantage in this upcoming Q4 of 2020, click on the link below and I'll see you at the Final Sprint 2020. Let's make 2020 our best year.